This 50-year-old man planned to marry a woman who had been married before, but little did he expect that on the way back after their wedding, an accident occurred. A truck directly crashed into their car, causing the wife, who was in the passenger seat, to meet an unfortunate fate. However, what surprised this man even more was that, before his wife passed away, left him with over $10 billion in assets and a pair of underage children. This shocked David a little. However, the two children did not recognize him as their so-called father, and even blamed David for their mother's departure. The next day, David went to his wife's villa, intending to take on the responsibility of being a father, since he and his wife were already married. But as soon as David stepped into the villa's gate, he tripped over his younger son's toy car. David didn't get angry because of this, because he knew that in order to build a good relationship with them, he had to start by going along with them, to take care of them. David, who never cooked, ended up making a big feast for the two children. But to his surprise, the siblings didn't show him any respect, and instead, they decided to eat out. They even told David, "We won't be a family with you." David was a bit angry, but he didn't give up. That evening, just as David was about to go to the bathroom, the power in the villa suddenly went out, and accompanied by the power cut, he heard the screams of the two children. David, worried that the children might be in danger, hurried upstairs, but unexpectedly, in the next moment, David tripped again because of the children's prank. When he turned the power back on, he realized that the hallway was covered in soybeans. After the unpleasant incident, David was helpless. After taking care of his wounds, he was about to sleep, but as soon as he crawled into bed, he felt something sticky in his pants. When he lifted the blanket, he found that the children had poured ketchup all over the bed. At that moment, David could no longer tolerate it, and decided to teach the two mischievous children a lesson. However, just as he walked out the door, he thought of his beloved wife, and this made him calm down. He didn't want to let down the expectations his wife had for him. The next day, David got up early again, and carefully prepared breakfast for the brother and sister, but they still refused to pay attention to him, choosing to eat at a restaurant instead. Meanwhile, the boy's sister purposely said to her brother, "Don't eat anything made by strangers, and don't talk to strangers." No matter how hard David tried to get closer to her, the two children never trusted him. What hurt him even more was that, even his wife's best friend started to doubt him, because she suspected that the car accident was probably orchestrated by David, and his goal was to obtain the woman's hundreds of millions in assets. Want to know what happened next? Follow me. I'll be back soon with the rest of the story.